Yeah, I haven't been on here very much. I'm only going to be on here for a little bit. Um, First of all, my battery's flashing, so that's not good. And anyway, I have had trouble with my leg, my piriformis muscle, or glute, or whatever you want to call it, for since this weekend. So I've been over exercising and stuff. So I ended up missing a couple of days of work this week, and I'm using a heating pad. I even started doing that stretch exercise, which isn't real easy to do when you're pushing 70 years old. Well, I won't be 70 for another year and 1 week, but I'm pushing it. But anyway, I thought I'd quickly point to a couple of articles if you haven't seen them. Comparatively speaking, I like this Pope. I don't hate any of them anyway, or dislike them. But he has said that it's that so-called surrogacy, or reproductive prostitution, exploits mother and child, which of course it does. It's all exploitative. It's all a cynical way for the wealthy to exploit the poor, and it needs to be outlawed worldwide. I don't care, because there's no right to having kids, just like there's no right to having sex. And if you can't have kids, you can't have kids. You got to learn to deal with it. If adoption isn't available and stuff. So I do not sympathize with people who would exploit women to get a baby. So, in the worst way possible. To this, basically, they're reproductive prostitutes. And it is not empowering. It's not anything other than a form of slavery, actually. So, but, you know, the way that our system thinks of women, they're just things for others to use. And then I want to point to this one too, this long article from the New Yorker. Of course, it's long because it's in the New Yorker. Anything in the New Yorker is long as hell anyway. But it's a good story, a sad story, a tragic story about a young woman who died because she couldn't get an abortion to save her life. And she was, yes, she was a respectable woman and was married. She wasn't one of those sluts, you know, that the anti-abortion nutters seem to think women are, that get them. And still she couldn't secure an abortion. And it's a tragedy. And it's a really long article. So I wanted to point to those two articles for the last few days that were of note. And I don't have a whole lot else to say. I'm just aching so damn bad. I did watch that documentary that I didn't know I had downloaded, and I'm glad I did, because last video I talked about this Tommy Smothers and his death and everything. And anyway, that documentary called Smothered told the story. It came out in 2002, and it told the story about the variety show, the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, and all the censorship problems. And anyway, it's not available on YouTube. Maybe you could stream it someplace. It used to be available on YouTube, and I downloaded it before it got taken off for presumably a copyright violation. So I was kind of lucky that way. Anyway, that's about all I have to say, and I promised this was going to be a short video, and it's going to be, because I'm going to try to recover to go to work tomorrow, provided there's no snow overnight, and they are predicting snow here in southern Oregon. So that is it for me.